You did a great job. Are you okay?
I feel sick to my stomach, if you must know.
Keep your voice down. Literally, the walls have ears.
What did Bobby want?
He says, Coral and Cyrodiil are planning to split Bruma with Morag's help.
But why?
To balance power among the nobles. That makes perfect sense.
Is that what all this is about? This is the reason why we're here, and not what we thought?
I don't know, but it's too convenient. I feel like I'm being manipulated.
Well, it seemed pretty real to me. Rags storming off, and I noticed Coral and Cyrodiil left pretty quickly too. We are in the heart of the Imperial Palace, Dragonborn. These people don't do play acting to such a huge scale. It's like they pick up on things, anything, and use it to mess with your head.
I'd like to think it was subverted by Bobby's plan, but it doesn't add up to Blackwell's story.
What did he say?
I find his behavior intriguing. I can't help but think there's a reason for if.
Unless he knows, right? He knows about me, and they were going to make a move after the signing. So maybe he's assumed you put Bobby up to the proposal. There's no love lost for the Lord Chancellor, Dragonborn. He might not even know about the plot between Morag, Coral, and Cyrodiil.
Let's explore the possibilities. Is that all there is? Or is there more?
If what Bobby says is true, why would Morag want to balance the power? The only thing I can think of is that she might fear Leowyn. After all, he has the strongest force, right?
What a clever girl.
What? I didn't do anything.
By marrying you, Bobby will become Count of Bruma, and Leowyn will hold all the cards.
Of course. He has the support of Anvil, Breville, Skingrad, and Quintus' army in the west. By the gods, Bobby doesn't want me, he wants Bruma. If I marry him, he becomes Count by default.
Keep going. The answer is coming soon.
What? Okay, so... Morag stormed out, not because of any plot she had with Coral and Cyrodiil was subverted, but because the balance of power has just become weighed in favor of the Count of Leowyn, and he wants the Imperial crown for himself?
If we are part of Lord Leowyn's plan, then Blackwell's story makes sense.
You know what? All this bullshit makes me want to go knocking on the Emperor's door and saying to him, "Hey, asshole, I've got a real royal bloodline that goes back to the first Mede dynasty, so go bite me."
Rigmor, I totally agree. Let's do it.
You know, it's like a kind of violence. What they say and do, how they can instill fear into someone with just words. Makes you feel sick to the stomach with fear and worry.
So, we're part of a conspiracy. Who should we trust and who should we believe?
Like rats caught in a trap.
Here's a way to find out. Did you notice that flag?
What about it?
The wind is coming from the exhaust pipes that connect all the rooms. Bobby told me.
You're not seriously thinking about crawling around in that thing eavesdropping, are you?
Of course. Now I have nothing to lose and I can prove that everything Bobby said is true.
What about me?
It'll be okay, trust me. Stuff a pillow under the sheets and tell anyone who comes over that I'm sleeping.
Dragonborn!
It won't take long. Why don't you change into more ladylike clothes?
Hey, I would love that.
If someone comes into the room, grab something heavy and hit them.
Oh, har har. You really are something. You know that? Whatever.
You're going to have to tread carefully. Who knows? With the Leowyn boy marrying that common strumpet, the real nobility in this land could be squeezed out completely. I don't trust any of them, least of all Morag Cepheus.
We shall have to wait and see, my dear. After all, now the Count of Anvil's daughter has agreed to marry our son, Leowin's influence will diminish and ours will grow. Also, with Anvil's family ties to Skingrad, the West will become much more secure. Quintus's army sits on the border of Hammerfell as we speak and comes under Anvil's jurisdiction.
What of Cheydinhal in all this?
The Count of Cheydinhal doesn't like what's happening one little bit. You cannot imagine why Bruma would relent and sign the decree unless there's something more sinister going on. It's managed to sign. Bruma was perfectly within its right to remain a free city under Imperial law.
Why would the Countess change her mind now? All she had to do is buff Cepheus off. I would have sent Blackwell packing with an arrow up his arse and reached out to us in Cheydinhal.
She could have reached out to all the provinces. Cepheus would not have dared touch her. It makes you wonder of the reasons the Leowin boy took such an interest in her. To think we almost had it in the bag.
Well, my boy. I would never have thought you would have made such a proposal in front of everyone.
Father, when are you going to come to terms with the fact that I love Rigmor? Why is it such an issue?
I had hoped you would marry into nobility, and I don't want to disrespect your Rigmor. She's a great girl. But she's hard work, Bobby. You even said it yourself. She has constant mood swings. She's argumentative. She has baggage, boy, and would be an embarrassment. Look, she's not even a native of Cyrodiil.
That's where you're wrong, and I won't hear of it. She was born in Cyrodiil to respected parents.
You're just a young fool blinded by love. She's a Nordling, a barbarian. Just because a dog is born in a stable, it doesn't make it a horse. And your Rigmor is no thoroughbred. By marrying into imperial nobility, that would make something of you one day, my boy. It would command respect and give you an army to conquer new regions, territories, even provinces. Instead of counting icicles on that mountain with her guardian breathing down your neck, the county is worthless and full of Nords. Love doesn't create empires, boy. Those are made by blood and guts on your sword. Even though your intentions are sincere with this Rigmor, and marrying this girl might indeed help our cause to strengthen our position here in the province, slightly, you still have a lot to learn.
Lady Rigmor is going to be my wife, and I will hear no more of it.
Blackwell. Enter.
My lord, you summoned me.
You had better have something good for me, Blackwell. Who is she and what is she doing here? More to the point, how did she manage to surface out of thin air and become such a problem?
Is my lady present? I'm sure she would like to hear.
She will be back shortly. She needed to visit her father. Please continue.
Little is known from the time she met the Countess. Apart from the New Order incursion into Skyrim, very little is noted or recorded in manuscript. A breakaway sect native to Alinor that tried to overthrow the Isle and invade Cyrodiil.
What did the New Order want with her?
She disappeared for years until she resurfaced at the Battle of Whiterun. She was linked to a Khajiit emissary who frequented the Imperial Court and had the ear of the Council of Elders. It was all kept very quiet, a matter for the Council and heads of state. I was not privy to these proceedings, and instead I was asked to take care of the affairs of the province, a job I continued to do after the disappearance of the Emperor until...
Please go on, Lord Chancellor.
After After the New Order were crushed, the Thalmor made good their time in Cyrodiil, erasing all evidence. After the events, Titus Mead II bestowed upon the girl the noble title of Bruma Counter. As for her and her guardian, the two parted ways, and shortly after the Emperor disappeared. That's all we know. After the Thalmor were expelled when the nobility signed the recent White Gold Agreement, my attempts to recover any information led nowhere. The trail went cold.
I don't like it, Blackwell. She was only meant to sign the document. Do you think she's complicit in a possible plot with Leowyn?
The balance of power here in Cyrodiil is constantly changing. At first, it was prudent to have friends loyal to you, such as Leowyn, to hold the upper hand among the counties. Your position relies on fealty, and although there is no evidence of subterfuge, there is a rivalry between them, and it has now become so very obvious. The announcement of the marriage between Bruma and Leowyn has only added to the suspicions of their rivals.
I can understand that, but the Countess of Bruma? Why would an emperor bestow such a noble title on a wretched Nord girl? Why would you do that? What is so special about her?
I'll tell you why she is so special. So special to have at her side the most dangerous killer in all of Dovahkiin. Of course, it is now all so obvious. It all fits in. The ripples in the fabric of the void. How she hid her truths. She has been hiding it for years, afraid for her very life. Cursed by her blood from the day she was born. A product of a liaison that produced a royal bastard. Her veins coursing with the royal blood, the dynasty we usurped. And her guardian, a half-beast dragon slayer, champion of Boethia and defeater of Alduin. She is a pretender by default. And I want her. And I want them both, Lord Chancellor.
We would need evidence before we could touch her. A confession, or someone to testify.
I'll make the girl confess, even if I have to do it myself. And as for her guardian... Aren't you meant to be protecting your beloved Rigmor, Dragonborn?
Was I visible?